Like some, oh, that's neat.
Burns about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
And costs about $5,000 a round.
Yeah. It's stuff.
Yeah, we were down in Gitmo one time and they hadn't had anybody use the ammunition for a while because their 5-inch guns had to be infected.
Yeah.
We went out and fired 160 some odd rounds in an afternoon. And all hell broke loose because we went through a couple $100,000 worth of ammunition.
I think we got one behind you.
What's it for?
Going out right. Just don't know what's in there. All the stuff you can eat, right?
All right, I think we're getting to the point where we've got who we're gonna get.
Yeah. There's a chair over here.
I'll give you a chair.
Hey.
There's a chair over here if you want.
There's this chair right next to
You just throw my jacket on the floor, that's where it usually
Kate needs a
is.
spot too.
Yeah, but kids.
Just throw the jacket on the floor. It's been there all the time. All right.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna hang it for you, Rich, Dick,
Oh,
I'm not gonna
geez.
actually throw it on the floor. When you look at my coat, it looks like, my hoodie, it looks like someone stepped on it.
Well,
I
mine's
think it's the dirt
been
from my
through the
car.
laundry twice this winter already. So. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a minute after 7, so I'd like to call the meeting to order. And just so people know the general, we'll first do the minutes, which shouldn't take very long. Then we'll do the school, and then we'll do the town. And what I plan on each of them is we've got a lot of them to go through because we've got to have a roll call vote on the recommendation, not recommendation on the warrant article. So people are running. Do I hear people seeing the draft minutes? It was on their position when they came in?
I'll go over this presented.
I'll send it them.
Any amendments, corrections, changes? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
Oh,
Bill?
afraid I wasn't here.
I think I'm gonna abstain too, right? It was a while ago, like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yep, January 14th,
Yeah, I was not here on January 14th.
so 2 abstain.
All right. Do we have any other business before we start going through the budgets that anybody wants to bring up? I guess everybody's pretty well ready to go. Now, what I was proposing to do is to take the articles off the warrant, because we're voting to either recommend or not recommend the warrant. And then if there are any questions, we can look at the more detailed sheets here. If I find this little warrant here, it's only 1 page. 1 page and one heck of a lot of money. Now, Elizabeth, do you want to say anything about the school budget as chair of the school committee?
No, I mean, we
Mary Beth?
brought it in where you asked us to bring it in, so.
All
Happy to
right.
answer any questions as you go on.
All right.
Dick, do you want to open the public hearing first,
Well-
officially, while you have your
This
discussion?
was, all right. We only have a couple of people that would be quote public. Like anybody on?
You have somebody, Jan's on,
Jan Williams.
but people might come on.
All right, all right.
So it's 7:02.
Yeah, all right, therefore I'll open the public hearing now. And the first article up for the public hearing is the school district operating budget, which is a little bit, is up there a bit. And let me see what I gotta find it eventually. Where can I find it?
It took me a minute on the backside of
On the back of the warrant.
Yes,
Well, I'm trying.
yeah.
All right, Article 2. That's my problem. I'm looking for Article 1. Article 1 is the school operating budget, or Article 2, I'm sorry. 9857431 is what I have. Do I hear a motion to recommend that budget?
I'll move it, and I'll second it.
All right. Any comments, questions from the public?
Thank you. I'll leave copies of what I want to say here for any member of any group that wants to see them, and I'll send them out to anybody by email who would like to hear them. But I looked at the budget, and I don't know nearly as much as anybody around the tables do, but this is what I see. A way to bring the tax dollar per thousand down by $1. And whether you think your taxes are affordable, there are a lot of folks in town who don't. But here's some perspective. In the last 15 years, the town percentage of the tax rate has gone from 25% to 23%. The school portion has gone from 55% to 66% last year. And that's pretty significant. And if you look at the budget versus inflation, the budget's on a trajectory of 6.7% of an increase, or the budget went up, now 4-point-something% increase, with an inflation factor of 2% in that last period. And since 2011, the budget has outgrown inflation, or cost of living, by a factor of 2 times, which is really not sustainable. When you take a look at full-time equivalents versus lower enrollment, the gap just widens every year. And FTEs increased by 20% over 10 years, from 39 FTEs to 49 FTEs, while enrollment has decreased. And there are things that don't show up in the budget that have come to my attention that would be examples of how to make the tax rate shift by $1 in these various categories. First of all, the bond warrant, which is spending as opposed to having an opportunity to reduce the tax load by $241-something thousand. And the surplus that shows up at the end of each year doesn't all go to tax reduction. This year, there will be $90,000 that come forward to add to what the taxpayers approve or don't approve. So there's another $90,000 sitting out there waiting to be spent. As well, when the budget, the budget committee asked the school board to reduce the budget increase from 6-something to 4-something, it did so by 45% of that increase came from a capital reserve fund and was not actual reduction. And then return the school lunch program back to whatever it was last year that is increasing $100,000. So when I think about all those things, there are some real opportunities to listen at a broader than a school level to how things are going in this town, from 55% of the tax basis to 55 to 66%. And there are some other kind of soft indicators that don't necessarily show up in numbers, but back up some of this. When you have more money put into differentiation, which leads to 39 FTEs to 49 FTEs, then you are reducing focus on some of the core curricula, in my point of view. And we are also leading the state in salary levels, which I appreciate and don't necessarily object to, but our staff levels, which I do object to, seem to be really high for the number of students we have over time. And if we have this kind of opulent program that seems to be attracting people, there's, I think it would be great to discourage tourism, education tourism, where people come in to get the education that we offer and then leave, and they're not adding to quality of life. Older people are having to leave, people can't afford to raise young families, and above all, our teachers can't live in our community. So let's think about ways that we can use some of these opportunities to lower the tax rate, which would be great. So the impact of the vote would be for people who vote no in the town school board meeting, all it means is living within the budget for this year. It's not a go and start over from scratch, get rid of people, make draconian changes. It's just going back to what it is this year if a no vote happens. And that would require 50% plus one vote. If people vote no on the warrant to spend the bond balance, instead of contributing that back to the tax basis, tax reduction, it's a steeper requirement, and it will be with a paper ballot, and it will be requiring 2/3 plus one vote to turn that down, if it does in fact go forward. And if there are no votes for some of this, my hope would be, with respect, that people can start to take a hard look. And I'll leave it with this: what are we teaching children about spending money and money management and each person's responsibility? Spending beyond a family's means, learning how to make hard choices, and understanding where the school funds come from. They come from everyone around this table, and they come from people who don't necessarily have the same abilities that some of the rest of us have to, oh, well, it's another $500 this year. Another $500 would go to a lot for families who can't afford it, and those families are being squeezed out of our town. I appreciate the time that Mary Beth has spent with me to help me understand some of what's going on. And I have a whole lot more thoughts, but I'll just limit it to what I've said here, and hope people online and anybody who also, who has questions about what I've discovered in my journey in the last month, I'm available to talk to whatever level of knowledge I have, which is not much. But thank you very much for listening, and thanks to everybody for doing this really hard work. It's very important, and it's great to have volunteers who can sit around the table and ask these hard questions. Thank you.
Before you sit down,
Yes.
do you have any specific proposals or just a general reduction?
Oh, I've got, that's right in here. It's, take the 90,000 that's left over from, the carryover from a couple of years
That's
ago.
Article 3, right, not 2, isn't it?
The-
Do we have the school board? I'm looking for the school
It
board,
looks,
and I
oh,
don't
sorry.
see it.
It's a one-page
It looks like
warrant.
this.
It's on the
Oh, I see,
back.
okay, I think I do have it. Carry on, I just didn't turn the page over.
So it's the 90,000, it's say no to, and by the way, it's not just 90,000 from a couple of years ago. Over the last 10 years, that's been over $525,000 that's gone back into the schools that could have gone back to tax reduction. And then there's the bond issue. I would say, vote no on that and ask for that to come back. And figure out the school lunch program. I don't know anything about school lunch, but $100,000 increase must have been some kind of a heck of a change, and could we go back to whatever it was in the past? I just don't know.
So Janet may have Janet,
I just wanted to clarify just for a second. I'm not sure what the 90,000 is that you're talking about.
So from my understanding, at the end of the 24-25 school year, there was a chunk of change approved by the town to spend on the budget. So, and then there was leftover at the end of that year. Some chunk of that, about half as I understand it, was put to pay bills for expenses incurred during that fiscal year. And then there's 90,000 left over beyond that, that is being put back into next year's budget, that's not included.
Okay, so I'll just maybe clarify the end of the year last year and what actually happened to all that money. Can I do that? Just briefly, because it's not really out there. It's not really out there. So,
I guess I'm done, because I don't have the answers.
yeah.
Well,
thank you.
Janet, I think, can explain some of it, if
Yeah.
there's still a question.
So at the end of the year last year, we did have a money left over, and let me just find my, of course, this is the part that's always difficult for me, is finding the right paper so that I can explain it. But our end of the year, here it is. So at the end of the year, in the warrant articles from 2025, there was an article, of course, for the budget for this year. There was an article, 2 articles for use of fund balance at the end of the year. And those two, one of the articles was to put it in trust for the enrollment response trust, and then the other one, I believe, was the maintenance building trust. The combined totals of those 2 articles was $77,000. Then we had open purchase orders that were left over as of June 30th, which we consider encumbrances that come into the new school year, but it's really last year's money, but the expenditures didn't actually happen, so they're rolling forward. And that was $90,448. And then after those 2 things, there was after the warrant article, there was $93,796 left over that was returned to taxpayers in this December tax calculation.
Okay.
So that did go back. So there's no, I just wanted you to know that there's no 90,000 out there that can be applied to anything, because all the funds have been applied. And the 90,000 was applied to this last December's taxes to reduce taxes in this
So
fiscal
money
year.
was put to reducing
Yes,
taxes?
yep.
Awesome.
Yep,
Thank
okay.
you for that help.
You're sure.
Does that allay some of your concerns in terms of the 90,000, not the progressive increases of the school expenditures?
Portion.
Any comments from members of the budget committee? Any other comments from the public? I would just say, I agree with you that things are growing, and I think in our discussions, they were growing at an unsustainable rate, and I think we all recognize that. The last time we tried to get a cut through from the budget committee's angle, the money was put back on at the floor of the school district meeting. If you remember that amendment to restore 160,000, something in that range. So some of us are a little shy about making cuts that aren't supported by the school board. And we did have them decrease the increase from 6.8 to 4.8. And went back to them for them to come that way in terms of budget committee action. So that's just an explanation of how we got to where we are now.
Understood. Thank you very much, Dave.
Just one point of clarification that gets really tricky. You were talking about a no vote means that we just take what we have this year, right? But one of the things that we're seeing as a school district, and if you remember, the increases are related to increase in transportation, increase in health insurance. See, the cost of living increases, these expenses that we can't control. So that's where the entire increase for this year's budget comes from. We're not adding anything. So if we were not to get that increase, then that would mean we would have to pull over 400,000 from the budget, and that means some significant reductions in terms of staffing and quality of program. So that's that tension we were talking about, right? But moving this year's number into next year would result in some very, very significant reductions within the program. It gets tricky, and as we talk,
decisions have to be
there's no
made,
easy answers here, but
Thank you, Mary Beth.
yeah.
Any comments from those people on Zoom?
Nobody has their hand raised, but maybe Jan will let us
Jan
know.
No, I don't have a comment at this time. This has been very informative, and I appreciate particularly the attention to detail that's been presented so far.
Budget Committee, are you ready to vote on recommending or not recommending the warrant article with an operating budget, excuse me, of 9857431? That's the number on
Article 2.
Article 2 that's on the floor. It's been moved and seconded.
What are our choices, Dick?
You vote yes for this or no, and then if it's no, then we would come back with an alternate figure.
No, I mean individually, what are our choices? Well, we vote yes or no, is there another vote, another choice besides yes or no?
Amend the article to a different figure
There you go.
before we vote.
No, so just for clarification.
Yeah,
I didn't hear abstain, that's,
yeah, you can always abstain.
that's good to know.
Troublemaker.
In order to carry as recommended, it has to have a majority in the Budget Committee present and voting.
Okay. Good, thanks.
Does that answer the, all right, yes. Are we ready to go around?
Can we ask a question?
Yeah, all right, that's what I was,
Yeah, or should we just ask a question before we vote? Do you know what I mean?
do you have a question on this article?
We have a question that Mary Beth said there aren't any increases in here that are controlled, I guess. I mean, those are my words, right? And I guess my specific question is, are there any increases in here relevant to salary that aren't associated with the pre-negotiated CBA or any administrator's contract?
Yes, there is a increase for the tech position because that's significantly underfunded. But anything like that we did, we found it someplace else. We didn't, again, add any monies to the budget. We just moved where things were allocated, tightened up one spot to move it to the next. So if you remember that slide that we looked at, the total figures, when we look at the increase in high school tuition, the increase in bus transportation, the increase in health insurance premiums, the stabilizing of the food budget, and then the cost of living increases, that is actually a little bit more than what we're asking for an increase. So when we went through the budget, do we go line by line and say, do we need this, do we need that? Absolutely. And so did we move some things around to cover anything that we thought we needed that wasn't in the budget? Yes. But that number did not go above what was last year's budget. The increase that you're seeing is all these additional expenses that are coming forward to the district.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Bill.
Not sure exactly how to phrase this, let me see if I can get it right. Would you be willing to commit to a CPI in next year's budget that includes the operating budget plus adds and deducts from the capital funds? Net.
I
Net
don't
of
think
revenue.
we can do that. One of the things that we've been dealing with the past couple of days is there's been that open enrollment legislation.
I understand that.
Yeah, at the state level, they were supposed to vote on it tomorrow and would have put that into law by July. That would have opened up a whole series of questions. That's currently been postponed at least until the 12th. But we can't promise that because we don't know what the year will bring, right?
So
That's
And
what if you forget about open enrollment? Let's just deal with what we know.
So if I could just make a point, she can't because the board would have to agree to it.
I understand that.
No.
I fully understand it. I'm
Okay.
asking as administrator, the
Okay.
budget that the administrator proposes to the board, would you commit to a CPI, including the adds and deducts from the capital funds?
I could not do that,
Okay.
no. There is an open contract
Well,
next
that's
year,
fine.
there are,
Yeah.
it's not
That's all I
something I
need to
could do,
know. Thank you.
yeah.
Phil?
And I'd like to point out that the open enrollment has to get to Kelly Ayotte's desk There's no guarantee that Kelly Ayotte will sign it. There would be a tremendous amount of resistance to that. I understand the threat that it makes to the schools, but it's not set in stone, and hopefully it won't happen.
Yeah, no, I mean, we were really pleased to see that the vote has been postponed. And you're right, I think that we don't know, there's a ton of unanswered questions, but the exposure in terms of projecting a year out is there.
I also think it's unclear what actual financial impact it might have on the town, even if it passes. Because if it just adds a few tuition students, it doesn't require us to increase the staff, it's a positive impact.
So if I can just make one other point, and the reason, Bill, I appreciate your question, and what I was trying to say is Mary Beth can't commit to that because we don't know what's gonna happen. Who would have said at which one of us would have said at the beginning of the year that we were gonna be hit with a $133,000 healthcare assessment? We have no idea what's coming down the pike. So I am appreciative that our administrators are very clear that they can't commit to something that they can't at the end of the year make sure that they can do. And so we charge the administrators with making the best decisions for what we ask them to do. But it's really up to the board to tell Mary Beth, and Mary Beth in turn sharing with the district how to run things. And so I think I would not want to see Mary Beth make a commitment that we have not charged her with, if that makes sense. Because that's her job, she's our employee.
That's your role.
Yeah. So you should ask us that question.
Any more discussion about the elephant in the room, so to speak?
I hope to
I guess I would say if one member of the family loses a job and the family all of a sudden has to make some hard choices, those hard choices get made somehow.
Correct.
And I want the freedom to make a statement along with my vote.
Now's the time to make your statement, because I'm
Okay.
gonna go fast when it takes.
I'm gonna be voting no on this article. I'm gonna be voting no because I have brought up for 2 years the issue of administrative expenses, that it was brought up at last town meeting in great detail, that we asked for the school board and the administration to come back with considerations about cooperating with other towns, exploring other opportunities. As far as I can tell, nothing has been done in a year. I think that $1.1 million for 300 students for administration is, well, Karen used the word opulent, but it's a pretty good word. And I think that could be cut significantly and should be cut significantly. So I'm gonna vote against this article.
What is on the floor as a yes vote is for the budget committee to recommend Article 2 with that $9.8 million figure. A no vote is not to recommend the 9.8. If the noes carry it, then we go around again to come up with an alternative figure. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
All right, Jen, you're up first alphabetically.
I'm a no.
Judy?
I'm a yes, but you missed Innsbruck.
Ooh, Rich?
No, Vince is not
Vince
here.
isn't here. It's kinda hard for him to vote if he's not here.
Sorry. I was looking at my list.
Yeah, Judy?
It said yes.
Yes. Rich?
No.
Phil?
No.
Is- Bill?
No.
Brian?
No.
I skipped Chris.
Yes.
Ken? She's here, isn't she?
Kate, I mean Kate, not
Oh,
Ken.
yeah, there she is. All right.
I'm not Ken, I'm Kate. Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
All right, if I counted right, I have 4 yeses,
Mhm,
and I have 5 noes.
mhm.
Now, we're in the same, if we are not gonna recommend the 9.8, does somebody wanna propose an amendment that would have a chance of getting a majority vote? Or do we just wanna put down in the warrant, in the school district, that it is not recommended by the budget committee? We can take either course of action at this point in time.
Just a point of order, I know you don't normally vote if it's a,
I only vote if there's a tie, it's not a tie.
okay, that's what I wanted to check.
You know that if you offer and go around and change this vote amount of money, you just have to make sure you're prepared to do all the next steps after that, which means you coming back for another public hearing and I'm not trying to discourage anybody, I'm just saying. So you put it in as a, you don't support it.
Judy?
I would like to propose that we record it as a 5-4 vote no,
Right.
and the budget committee does not recommend it to a school district meeting.
I know what,
Rather than try and do the jury.
come up with
So,
a,
Can I
come
ask,
up with a budget of our own.
what happens if we do not recommend it? What happens with that?
It still goes to the floor
So
for a
goes to the
vote.
floor.
Goes to school district meeting.
But just with the note that
Right.
5-4.
All right,
Yeah,
So the language here would change to the budget committee does not
It would just go.
recommend this approval.
Yeah.
And then it shows the 5-4
right.
vote.
I would be happy with that.
Is that a motion, Judy?
no, we don't have to have another motion, do we?
No.
Unless,
We don't have to, I could make it a motion.
She
It
was
my
proposing this as
recommendation.
a solution, Dick, I was
Oh.
only asking if she.
yeah, I don't think we
looked
have
at-
to vote on the solution, we have to vote on the recommendation. We voted on the recommendation or lack thereof.
Can I ask, from a precedent standpoint, is that something that's happened in the past?
Yes,
Does that happen often in the past?
no.
Okay.
Now, one of the difficulties we've always had with the school budget is we've always said that we don't know how to educate our kids, basically, in terms of where the money, we're not professional educators to figure out where to cut and where not to cut. Whereas in the town, we know something about putting sand on the roads. We don't know so much about teaching kids how to kindergarten, for example. That's just my 2 cents. All right, I would like to proceed to Article 3, which is taking the
So you've decided you're putting in, you do not recommend,
with
5 to
5-4 vote, no.
just making it clear.
And this is the unexpended bond proceeds for further improvements and,
Authorize the expenditure.
yeah. And it's a total of $241,643. If we don't authorize that expenditures, we don't borrow the money? Or has the
No.
money already been borrowed?
It's already been borrowed. It's what's left over from your bond principal and the interest accrued from your original bond.
So it would go into the pot to lower taxes if we don't authorize it, correct?
There are a couple of things happening. One is that in previous years, there was a line item in the budget for maintenance and building repair, about $50,000. We dropped that down to 0 this year, knowing that this money was available. We have 3 projects that are going to need doing. The immediate need that we have is we have 5 univents that provide heat and air circulation to the 1994 wing of the building. They are far past their life cycle. So that 50,000 has been used to upgrade the univents. And it is unclear how long they're going to last. So the proposal is to replace the 5 that still need to be replaced in the building for that. We also have a science lab that has 2 sinks. And that creates some challenges related to science instruction in the building. And that, again, 1994, 30 years old. We want to, where this money is available from the bond, our proposal is to utilize those funds to upgrade our science lab so that our kids are well positioned to move into high school science. In speaking to the attorney about what we can do with the bond is either, the funds is either to put it towards the bond payment or to use it as it was originally intended to, for building facilities. But we can only use it for things that are on the warrant. So we've also included some updating of the 30-year-old bathrooms, but I don't anticipate that there would be enough funds to be able to do that.
What happens if this article does not pass?
We'd have to figure out, the 50,000 came out of the budget, so that would mean that we would then start the year with a $50,000 deficit. And, you know, the challenges that we're looking at is that we don't know how much longer these events are gonna go. Our facilities director, when we were able to replace a couple this summer, took all the parts to try to get them to, that if anything else breaks down, because they're all past the point where you can't order new parts. If they break, we're gonna have to move.
I'm sure that you're new and you don't know the answer to this question, so I'll put it out. I mean, Kristen's here, Elizabeth is here. We just did a $2 million rebuilding. Why were the cost of these things not included in that original bond proposal? It seems to me, when I worked for the New York City Department of Social Services, if we got to the end of the year and there was an extra budget, they would send me out to count the number of spoons that people had, so I could write them checks to spend the money down at the end of the year. And this almost, the $50,000, maybe that's an absolutely necessary expense, but this seems to me like play money. You didn't spend the money, so I'm gonna find some reason to spend the money. Why can't it be returned to the taxpayer? We have people sit in the audience who say, and people who talk to me on the streets who say, we can't afford the school budget. We're gonna have to move out of town. As soon as our kids are out of school, we're out of here. I don't get why this wasn't planned for, and I don't get why this is not being returned to the taxpayer.
Yep, you're up.
Okay, I just wasn't sure, do you want an answer?
No,
or do you want-
I've fumed enough.
I wasn't sure if that was rhetorical or not, and so I'm happy to answer
It's
if you'd like
okay,
to.
my spout is closed.
Well, I think part of the reason is we wanted to ensure the actual scope of the bond, or the scope of the work that needed to be done in the Laura Barnes School fit within the bond that we originally requested. When we went before the town, we didn't have these old unibeds in the 1994 building as part of the bond. And we wanted to make sure we stayed within budget, so we weren't gonna add anything else, we weren't gonna do scope creep. I think the contractors, Craig, our facilities team, did an amazing job of making sure everything stayed within budget, made different decisions when they needed to. And so there was some, and we did some fundraising, so there was some money left over. That's why it wasn't originally in the bond, because that wasn't part of what we asked the town to do. We were asking about the Laura Barnes building and to take care of the asbestos and then some related things as long as the building was ripped apart. This is the 1994 building. It's not part of that same area. Make sense?
All right, what I'm thinking of, when we went, let's see if I can summarize this. When we went for the bond, we went to the town and said, we want a bond to do A, B, and C. And the town voted yes. And we've done A, B, and C, and we still have X dollars left.
Yeah.
Now we want to use those X dollars for D, E, and F. But that isn't what the original vote authorizing the bond authorized us to do. And by doing it this way, we only need 50% plus one. Whereas if we went for a bond, we'd need 2/3. So this is a way of getting around the 2/3 requirement for a bond. Because we're changing the purpose of the funds.
It is a two.
I think you still need to
Is
start.
it listed as a
Yes.
2/3?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Right there.
all right, I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Dispersions.
All right,
Yeah, the other thing I'll say is if you did the tour of the building before that original bond vote, we stopped in the science room. And it's not just the sinks, it's also, there are no outlets except for on the walls on one side too, I believe, so that can challenge things. It's just old. And John was talking about this needs to be redone at some point too. The 1994 bathrooms, you all use them when you go to town meetings, so you know, they're 1994 bathrooms. It's-
They're so much nicer than what they replaced.
They're nicer than my 1988 bathroom.
So, you know, if this is not approved, if it doesn't pass the 2/3, it can't go to other things besides facilities-related things. Is that the correct way to say
Right,
that?
or it can be used to pay down the bond.
Yeah, I guess I consider that.
Yeah,
a
it pays down the
It
bond.
has to be very specific as to what projects you would be using within that facilities realm that, that would be eligible to utilize these funds.
Right.
So,
And then if the univents go, we'll be tapping into the trust.
and I would say that one of the things that I heard when I got here is that there was a long time in which facilities was not kept up at the appropriate rate, and that's part of the reason the big bond was needed. That $50,000 is in the budget to be sure that that doesn't happen again. So that, there's a question about where would that money come from? Because we thought that there's money left over from the bond, we won't put it in the budget, we can take it out. But that would be a question that would be out there related to long-term issues in planning for
So
for
the
facilities.
univents may be going, and that's a $50,000 bill.
It's, what's left, there are 5 of them left to be replaced, they run about 20,000 apiece, so there's
That's
about $100,000.
okay. So if we authorized $100,000 this year, and you come back next year for the science lab, I mean, can any of this be spaced out as expenses? All I'm interested in doing is trying to lower the burden on the person on Social Security who is struggling to make it in this town. Is there a way to do this over 2 or 3 years? Can we give you the $100,000 now and say, do this later?
That is a town decision.
Maybe Dina has the answer, so Dina, would you be able to keep the bond account open for that period of time, or do we have a time period in which
She's
we have to
asking
close it
because
out?
I'm the treasurer of the school.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Change hats.
I believe it can
You
sit
got
there.
3 years to spend it, don't you?
And it's growing interest also, so, I mean, you know, almost
What is
half,
this interest?
almost half of it is the interest.
Okay.
That was there for the whole year that it wasn't used.
But that
Until,
was an
until the
allotment.
project started.
We're not gonna get another $100,000 though, because that was on the largest pot of funds.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I don't, I'm not guessing at what you're gonna
Right.
get, I'm just saying,
Right.
yes, it could stay there.
I just didn't want anyone to be disappointed next year when there wasn't another.
Could you check and see how long the life of that money is that could be used, that can be carried over? Because if it's a 3-year spend or lose it, this would be year 2, next year.
No, this will be year 3, isn't it? Because it was 2 years ago.
Because they
we voted
didn't
it.
use it for the first, yeah.
Right, so,
Yeah.
so this might be the last time we
It
have an
might be.
opportunity.
Yeah, we have to start again from scratch if we don't pass it this year.
But it doesn't, well, yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't mean you have to spend it all, you could spend some of it on the projects and some of it could go to taxes, but,
Wait a minute, Does it go to taxes
I mean,
or
just goes to
it
pay
has
the
to
bond.
reduce
To
the
pay the
bond?
bond down, sorry,
Pay the bond down.
wrong
It,
words.
it has to go to reduce the bond debt.
Right.
It can't show up at a reduced taxes.
But if you put the bond down, the town pays less interest on the bond.
Correct.
Yeah,
No,
it may be principal
I do not
reduction
believe
rather than
that you
interest.
can do principal reduction
It
in a
doesn't,
bond,
right.
you have to
You can't.
maintain
With a
your exact
schedule.
amount of
Right.
payments through the life of the bond,
Right.
you can't add money to it, that's not possible.
Can't,
We can't pay down the
You
principal?
cannot,
No.
it's not allowed.
That's
What,
not
who
allowed on
proved
this
that?
bond?
On a municipal bond, no.
Yeah,
you can't.
we already talked about that.
Yeah.
But you can't on the principal, right, I know.
So it goes to pay down interest then?
Nope, you can't add any
advance.
extra
There's like
money.
a set payment
Yeah,
that you have to
Right.
pay.
You have to make each payment,
Just
to
hold it.
cannot be more.
Right.
so
Sound
we
like
Right,
can't-
but
that's
then,
why
but then
you
you
get such a
have
good
this
deal.
money to pay it off, so we don't have to raise as much
Right,
in a
Right, so you
particular
could-
year to make a
you
payment.
could in
Yeah,
essence.
it
we
will
are getting-
reduce how much we have to raise next year to
Right,
pay
just
the
to
bond.
make that point.
right.
Can you say it again, John?
Thank you.
So they'll
It
hold, they
sits in the
can't,
bank
they
and you
can't,
use it
there's
as
no
a
early
payment.
payoff basically on the loan is essentially the deal. So they'll be holding on to $241,000. And what will happen is when we make our payment next year, they won't have to, the school board, the school district won't have to raise X, they'll have to raise X minus 241,000, or they could potentially space that out and do X minus $50,000. I mean, but that, the accounting works however it works. But-
Okay,
So it would offset taxes,
But not this year.
not this year.
okay.
Well, I think that you could reduce the amount in Article 2 by that bond amount. Because the amount that you, for your operating budget is gonna be raised next year.
So we could reduce to 126,000.
I'm just thinking that if you were going to apply a portion of this bond proceeds to reduce taxes, then you wouldn't raise the, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
But we
wouldn't raise.
can't, because we need to get the 2/3 vote
Well,
before we can do anything.
I realize
But then
that.
fundamentally, I suppose accounting wise, we could make a decision then to offset
This year's
taxes
bond
this,
payment.
this bond, yeah.
This
I think
bond.
so unless the payment's already been made.
Already been made.
Yeah,
This
so
year's
then
gone.
no.
So what were you thinking?
Well, I'm just thinking about how the warrant article is written and the change.
So, why don't, can we even change it, cause it's a valid vote?
No.
Yeah, right, it's a yes or no.
So we
Yes.
just get to
Right.
recommend it or not
But it can
recommend
be
it.
changed, well,
All right,
it can be changed on the floor, that's right.
You can change it on the floor.
if we do not recommend this article, then we're making a recommendation. The floor can then either disregard our recommendation
Correct.
or amend this article. But we cannot amend the article here without having a new article for a new public hearing.
Correct.
Am I summarizing it correctly from,
Sounds good to me.
everybody sort of agrees with that approach? Are we ready to have a motion to recommend Article 3 in the figure of 241,643?
We'll move it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You
Just to
got
make
a
sure I
question first.
understand, so the 241,000, the proposal in this Article 3 is to use all of that money
Yeah.
for those 3 projects, is that
Yeah,
correct?
and
And
I
who
suspect
seconded
it's
it?
probably only enough
I
to
didn't
do
hear a second.
To
two,
do 2.
Bill?
and probably, we'd have to do some fundraising, I think, for some of the science
Okay,
stuff.
so it wouldn't cover those 3 anyway, it would cover 1 maybe.
The univents are the priority, I would,
Right.
I think that would.
So they're
be
in
a fair-
priority order.
They just have to be listed, they're not in priority order. I think from the leadership team perspective, the science lab is the next, would be the next significant.
Now,
piece
there
that
is a
needs to be
limit
addressed.
as to how much amendment you can make on the floor, because if you change the purpose of the article significantly, DRA will say that it was not a valid vote and there's zero appropriation. So you,
Department of
revenue and state,
Yeah.
the state will not allow it.
What is it, 10%?
You can go down.
Yeah, it's on the last
you just
page.
can't go up.
On 57.
You can't go, oh, right,
You can't change the purpose of the article, is the way
that's
it
true,
works.
but the amount you
I'm
can,
trying to clarify something.
the amount you can.
If we defeat this, there will be no particular benefit to the taxpayers this year.
But there may be next year.
There may be next year. Okay, thank you.
And is there ever a world where it would be used for the univents and then there wouldn't be enough money to do the rest of the stuff, so there might still be money left over to benefit taxes next year?
That could be the
Could have to do
case,
it
I mean,
individually.
You'd have to do it.
But it
we would have
can't-
to get, we'd still have to get an exact quote for the science lab. Part of what, we've been looking at is we have a really talented facilities team right now who feel like they can do a lot of the work in-house and not have to contract it out. So that felt like a responsible way to use some of these funds.
Are we ready to vote yes or no on this article? I'm looking around the budget committee. All right, Jen, you're up first.
I'm a no.
Judy,
Yes.
Rich,
No?
Bill,
No.
Phil, not Phil.
Oh, excuse me.
No,
What?
when we echoed each other, no and no.
Okay. Chris,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
You have an issue with Kate.
Is it in there as Catherine?
Stacy, I guess.
No, you missed
Kate.
Kate.
You got Stacy.
Kate, oh.
Over here now.
You're out of order, but it's okay.
It's okay, I won't be forgotten.
Are you a yes or a
I'm
no?
a yes.
She's a yes. All right, we have a flip of 5 yes and 4 no on this article. Is that what you get, Judy?
5 to 4, yep.
All right, now we have the big article on the school board, which I hope we don't have to debate for a long time.
I think it's a ripoff, no way.
All right, we're talking about $1,025 in the salary in Article 4. Do I hear a motion
A
to,
little bit.
Phil wants to move.
I'll make the comment on perhaps behalf of our treasurer. Curious that
Who's
these
second?
numbers never go up.
Right here.
Stacy,
Somehow,
She never asks for a raise, I
Article
guess.
4 stays the same. How many years has Article 4 been the same?
I don't know about
value?
Many, many.
About 20-something years,
Just gonna
I
make the
think.
point.
Yeah, thank you, I
She's
appreciate
the
that.
highest paid person there.
I
don't know what to
appreciate that.
contribute.
So much work.
Although I think I do a whole lot more than the
Yeah.
other person there, sorry. Just saying.
I totally agree, I'm just saying.
all right,
Who seconded that, sorry?
I'll
Stacy.
second that. Oh, okay.
Stacy seconded
Thank
it.
you.
We got a new one. Any further comments from anyone, or do we take the vote? All right, Jen,
Okay, I'm fine with this one.
Judy,
Yes.
Rich,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Ryan,
Yes.
am I getting unanimous?
Yeah.
You're missing it.
Yes.
9 yeses.
Stacy,
Yes.
You missed Bill.
did I miss somebody?
Bill Malcolm.
That'll be me.
Yeah, what do you recommend
I
there?
think I'm okay with this stick. I think that's a good one.
Better be.
All
You'll get your
right, so
benefits.
we've got 9 yes.
Wow.
All right, I guess we're through the school.
I hope so.
Thank you for attending.
So if I go ahead and do my MS 27 and bring it over, can I leave it in the lobby like we've done in the past? And
Yeah,
Yes.
we will have a,
Oh, that's great.
Well, I'm saying yes because that's what I'm gonna do with mine too.
Okay, okay.
Before they all leave, I'm gonna give them instructions.
Okay, excellent, thank
we will
you.
get instructions
all
on
very
the
much.
Thank you, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I think we've got
Perfect.
most things here. All right, the town is not quite as interesting, I guess.
Freedom,
I hope.
You never know, Dick.
Yeah, well. The first article that we have to deal with is on page, there's a question on Article 6. And there is it's now 6 instead of 5.
They're different, that's right, they had to change.
Yeah, the reason I say this is I'm not sure, because it's not an appropriation, but it is a money article, because it reduces revenue. And it, once it passes, it reduces revenue going forth, basically forever. And there are 5 or 6 people that qualify for that exemption.
Oh, you're talking about the veterans thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I do not
So
believe
it's
we
about
need to, but you can
$3,000
go.
a year.
Say what?
I
So-
said, I do not believe they need to vote on that, but they certainly,
I think
Because
it's
it's-
to be safe.
because it's a revenue,
Not extra.
Right,
you don't have to.
It's a
vote.
decrease in revenue.
Yes.
we thought that possibly there was an opportunity for Concord, the DRA, to possibly question it, and if we had taken a vote that we supported it, we might be able to circumvent some.
Well, the DRA has seen my warrant articles, and they have seen that you guys aren't there to vote. So I would hope that if it's a problem, they would have said something. But I'm happy to record your vote if you want
Let's
to
do a
vote.
vote just to cover our rear end, so to speak.
Do it out.
All right, who would like to move this? Judy?
Sure, I will move it.
I'll second it.
Rich? All right, now, we're gonna go fairly quickly here. Jen?
On the veterans article?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Is it
That's
yes?
one. Yeah.
Judy?
Yes.
Rich?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Kate?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Hey, we got a 9. All right. The next article is the town operating budget of 3,155,5.
$3,155,573.
Any, all right, Judy is moving.
I'll second.
Phil,
Yeah.
do we have discussion we want to have on this, or any questions on this?
How did things work out with the fire department? That's what I'm looking for here.
We think they are relatively satisfied this year. We know that more stuff will be coming next year, but they're hoping with a warrant article to get the utility truck they were looking for, and we put extra money in for the chief's salary
salary,
and
one of
I
the
Salary
think
and the administration line, and the repeater was already purchased.
And we already purchased, right?
And if Aaron wasn't happy, he'd be here, just so you know.
Anybody have any
About
further
doing that.
All
comments
the
on?
lights are on up at the fire.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
Solar panels are somewhat good, but I don't know how well they're working in the winter. Are we ready to vote on this article, ladies and gentlemen? All right, Jen,
yes.
yes?
Yes, we did.
Judy?
Yes.
It got moved.
Yes.
Rich?
Yes.
Phil?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Kate?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
The town thanks you all.
Mhm.
Okay.
Any other money claims?
There are 2 more at least.
December
Yep.
11th.
Oh, well,
There's
yeah.
several of them.
There's several.
It'd be 11 is the painting of the academy
No,
building?
Article
You're on
10
10,
is
sir.
actually remove material from property. We did these cheat sheets before the article numbers changed, so
Our
Article 10.
Article 10 is removing the material for the prog. We had a fairly controversial vote last year on
Last year
phase
it
one
was
of this.
2
2 years ago, I
Or is
think.
it two?
I feel like I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I'm in the Matrix, like there's been some.
Yeah.
Was it also Article 10 that year, or am I crazy?
Oh, boy, I
Could
don't
have
know.
been. I have to look back.
Judy, are you
It's a
moving
different,
out?
it's a different dollar value, so,
Yes.
can't be.
Cheaper than.
All right.
And I'll second it.
Yeah, well, we've
Thank
already
you.
spent 300,000 or something. You seconded it,
Yes,
Right.
so,
Rich?
I have
and this
second, yes.
$100,000 to continue, hopefully complete the work that was begun. Goose Pond Road has been sufficiently cleaned up to pass muster. We hope to do the same thing here. This is a much bigger property, it's much more complex. We don't
And
want
the
to,
access to it is pretty bad.
there isn't any access to it right now.
Yeah, right, well, it's right there next to the brook.
Yes,
How much did the town spend on Goose Pond Road, roughly?
On Goose Pond Road?
On the, at the Four Corners?
About 7,000.
That's all.
What have the legal expenses on this been so far?
they're pretty hefty. I don't have a number, but every time we want to do something.
It depends on how far you want me to go back, but if you only go back a couple of years, it's not been too bad, but.
No, but this whole thing started, was it 2013, I believe, so we, yes, it's difficult.
I remember going to another selectman's
time
property
to
on
go
top of
over.
a hill and taking photographs.
Yes.
Without going on or over the property.
We debated asking for more funds, but we felt if we're able to get in there and start work and then have to stop, or there's an
Right.
issue that we need to consult or go back to court, we wanted to be safe.
And also, if it's not all spent, then it goes back, you know.
Well, it's a 3-year
You
to
just
spend
don't.
it all, isn't it?
Yeah, we can carry it over.
Excuse me.
Don't we have 3 years
You
to
have
spend
to
it?
carry it over.
You have to carry it
No,
over.
you don't automatically have 3 years, you have to carry it over each year, yeah.
It's not a bond.
Are we ready to vote?
Well, I have a question, because I'm noticing here that the order stating that we have the right to remove the material is dated November 25th, 2015,
Mhm.
yet the material sits,
Yes.
Yeah.
right, even though, so where's, you know, I guess my question, I guess just to get to the point, is the same thing that I said last time, which is that we voted to raise $150,000 and we felt that we were sure that we were going to be able to clean up. And then I understand there's an attorney from Lebanon who's working for the family pro bono. My understanding is he's just a property rights attorney. He thinks that we as a town should not have the right to tell
Well-
people what to do. So this $100,000, is this going to actually clean up, or is this legal fight
It's both.
continuing?
It's both. We don't know what the cleanup will be, except the person that did the Goose Pond Road cleanup has been contracted to do it, and he said it is going to take a great deal of time. There's much, much more there, and it's more difficult to get it into it and it out, so. And we know that every step we take, we get challenged in court, so then,
We're spending more on lawyers to clean up.
Right.
well, so
Yes.
far,
No, no.
but it won't be in the end.
I think that, and I don't wanna put in words in David Kahn's mouth, but his concern was that once everything is finalized and they can actually get the company in there, they do not wanna stop. And if we run out of funds, then we have to stop. And you're never gonna get back in there again until you go back to court and fight again. So that's why the additional money was asked for.
And you're also gonna wind up paying to haul their equipment out and then to bring their equipment back.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right, but I guess just to clarify, do we, at this moment in time, have the right, do we to go in and clean it up?
Because this is from 2015, is that why
Yes,
you're asking
no,
that
you do.
question?
Yeah.
The reason why it's,
Like, we're just gonna get another injunction, right, that's my guess, or,
We're-
I don't know, you tell me, if, because you had the right to clean it up since
Yeah.
November 25th, 2015.
We had the momentum from the Goose Pond cleanup.
right,
Yes,
So
we
in
have
theory,
that.
we're working with the same family on
The
the
same
second property,
family.
so
Right.
there's momentum.
right.
The family has, many different ways of stopping forward progress. And so we have the right, we begin, we get stopped,
Right.
we go back to court. We get the right, confirmed, we begin again, we get stopped again. And
But I
it's,
also wanna say, Judy, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but in between those years, there were years where nothing was done.
Well, it
That-
got worse.
There were
Right.
feelings,
yeah.
right, but there was also a choice of some select board members to do nothing. Or they thought they were working with them, and little things were getting done, then they stopped. So it's not like since 2015, every
Right.
single minute, the select
No,
board's been,
I didn't
No,
mean to
my
imply
sense is that there's been a not that there wasn't a dedicated interest before, but once the town got the $150,000, it was like, go. In a way that maybe things had,
I would
shifted a
have
bit.
thought that that would have been the case, but it wasn't. It wasn't as simple as, they got the guys hired, they're gonna drive up here, they're gonna bring their excavator and their dumper, and it'll be done. It just wasn't that clear cut.
Are we ready to vote?
I just want a quick question. Did we spend 150 or,
No,
no?
we have some of those funds left.
Okay.
All right, ready to vote to recommend it now. Jen?
I'm a no, sorry.
Rich?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I skipped you, Judy. You're a yes.
I am a yes.
Phil?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Kate?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
What do we have?
8-1.
8-1.
Lonely out in space. That song,
All right.
Hard job.
Nature Calm.
Yeah.
You have to wear the horn tonight.
Bye, Karen, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Article 11 on the current numbering is $35,000 to paint the academy building. Do I have a motion to recommend?
As written.
Judy, Bill?
We pick a color.
Any people want to
Can we vote
discuss
on
or
the color as a
questions?
town?
if you try to do any other color out there,
All right.
Mr. Elder is gonna come after you.
Maybe so.
All right,
Could
let me-
happen. I'm already out in space though,
Yes.
so good luck to him.
Jen?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
Judy? Rich?
Yes.
Phil?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Kate?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
That was, what, 9 yeses?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, wonders never cease. Article 12, that's a big money article. 675 to various capital reserve funds.
I will move it, and if you would like, I can make an explanation, but I don't need to.
I'll second.
Does anybody have any questions about this article? The big increases to vehicle fund.
Let me just make a statement as the chair of the trust funds. Last year, we emptied out the trust fund for vehicles. A dump truck is like $350,000. A fire truck's going on $1 million. We have to.
Just remember, we can't spend this money this year.
Right.
Understood.
We know
This
that.
has to wait until 27 before we can spend this money.
We
But we
did,
need to build these trust funds up again for when the bills on these things come due.
Yeah. Anybody have any questions? All right, we start, Jen,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes,
Rich,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes,
Bill,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Kate,
Yep.
Stacy.
Yes.
All right. I like these cheap articles that are coming up.
Article 13.
I'm gonna flip the page so I know what I'm talking about, which is unusual.
Not so
13 is 2 capital reserve funds, and this is the recreational facilities.
Right.
That's, what's the,
This
this
is-
isn't to spend any, it's to
It's
put it
to
in the
put
fund.
it in the fund, right, from the boat rack.
All right, this is the proceeds from the boat rack rentals.
Yes.
Do I have a motion to,
So
Judy?
moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Stacy?
Sure.
Jen?
All right, Jen,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rich,
Yes.
Phil,
yes,
Bill,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Kate,
Yep.
Stacy.
Yes.
All right. Next one's an easy one. We didn't used to have to vote on it. That's to basically accept the highway block grant from the state.
Yep.
That's our share of the gas tax monies.
And that is.
It's 99,000 is what you got down, isn't it?
Yep. 99, I'll move it.
I'll second.
Who's seconding, Phil?
I'll second
Bill.
Any questions? All right. Jen,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rich,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes,
Bill,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Kate,
Yes.
Stacy.
Yes.
The next one is Article 15, which is the next payment on the fire station. Is this the penultimate, or one more after this one,
Yeah.
or?
27.
All right, there's any questions on the fire station, bond payment, or,
81,717.
yeah,
I will move it.
Judy,
I'll second.
who was?
Brian.
Brian? All right, no questions. Jen,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rich,
Yes.
Phil,
yes,
Bill,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Kate,
Yes.
Stacy.
Yes.
From the Vehicle Capital Reserve Fund, I think the only question people will have of this is, what are we buying?
A truck.
A truck.
You're replacing the maintenance / highway truck. It's gonna be a 350 with a plow and a sander.
this is the one that Matt Thibodeau typically uses.
Yep.
Yeah,
Use it- use
This
it
is the little truck,
We use
right?
Yeah,
it
it's
for
a,
the-
it's a pickup with a plow and a
For the
sander on
parking
it.
lot.
But without the wing that he tried to get.
Doesn't
rid of.
have a wing, right?
Yeah.
Where will the other one go?
No, no wing, regular.
Where will the old one go?
It will probably go to a trade.
To trade.
He does like the Academy building, I think he does the covered bridge also.
Does
The parking
everything.
lot.
All the
Does the
parking
library.
lots.
Everybody's
Is it working for us?
He does a lot of the back roads, like Bear Hill and
Something like
Mulber Hill.
Pinterest.
and-
Does it go by your house, Phil?
Regularly.
I
Goes
will
both
move this.
Yeah.
Article 16.
Judy moves,
I'll second. Rich?
Rich seconds. All right, any further questions? Jen,
Yes.
yes?
Yeah.
I
It's
see
a
it.
lot of money for a truck. I guess it
A
has a
truck, a
plow.
plow, and a sander.
And a sander.
Yeah.
3 in 1. Maybe it's a
Plow is
bargain
like
then.
12,000.
You're gonna say
It's a
yes?
bargain.
Sander
3
is
for
like
1.
11.
You gonna say yes?
Yeah, I did say.
She
All
did
right.
say yes.
Judy,
Yes.
I know.
Rich,
Yes.
Will you come plow my truck?
Phil,
Yes.
No.
Bill,
Sorry, I was answering Jen.
Bill, Chris,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Kate,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
I didn't hear what Bill said.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
I only heard yeses. Computer system funds, 10K, what are we buying?
Don't know yet. No, I'm just kidding. We're buying,
Printer?
a couple of, right, a great big huge printer for me, and then, a laptop, probably 2 laptops,
A printer, 2 laptops, basically.
probably.
Stuff, I'll move it.
Judy again,
Yep. And we've got a second over here, am I right?
and Stacy, you second?
Yep.
Jen,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rich,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Kate?
Yep.
Stacy?
Yes.
All right. 18 is the fire EMS. It's a pickup truck this time?
Yes, and it's sort of a utility, it's gonna carry more people and more gear.
It's gotta be a crew cab?
Yeah,
It's a
it's
crew,
good, right.
crew
It's a
cab,
crew cab with a bunch of equipment.
and then it has a specialty part that goes on the back of it for equipment and for like a litter to carry somebody that's injured
Because
and
at one point, we were gonna use the old police cruiser.
all that stuff, yep, well, that was one point ago. So, but this has a lot of stuff that they can really use for, you know,
It's
outback
gonna be four-wheel drive
rescue.
so they can get into movies.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. They also have, I mean, I think the whole purchase is gonna end up being like 100 and something thousand, 130 or 40, but they have other parts that are being donated.
Yeah, they've fundraised, and we put this
Yeah.
off last year
Yeah.
because we didn't have the money in the vehicle capital reserve fund, and essentially we promised Aaron that it would go on this year's budget.
Yep, yeah, and we put it in as a warrant article, so
Yep.
there's, can be an actual discussion on this, not the whole operating
All right.
budget.
Moved by
Me,
Judy
I'll
Yes.
second.
Brian?
and Brian. Jen,
Yes.
Judy,
yes.
Rich,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Kate,
Yes.
Stacy.
Yes.
All right, 6747 for the, are we gonna be able to have something this year?
I had a phone call the other day, so it's looking promising.
Amazing.
We might have something, we're probably not gonna have fireworks, but it will have a community event.
Okay.
Independence Day, I
Yes.
will move it.
Judy's moving it again. Bill, a second. Any further discussion?
No, other than to make the point, if there's no money raised, we're withdrawing, right? From
This
the-
is,
from
this
the-
is an existing fund
Just carry
that
on.
is.
Oh, yeah,
we just
The
haven't-
money in it comes from selling chicken at the chicken barbecue.
the money's been sitting there for,
Right,
you
for
know.
years.
Several years.
Yeah.
Right.
Before COVID, right?
No, no, they
Yeah.
say ten.
No, there was
Has
one
it
after,
been?
but, yeah, James Graham did one a few years ago, it was small, it was a little bit.
That's itching.
All right, ready to vote?
Sure, I'm a yes.
Jen,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes,
Rich,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Kate,
Yes.
Stacy.
Yes.
don't have to vote on that, we already did by a vote of 5-0.
I know.
Wow, weird.
No.
I don't even remember that.
All right, 20 is the
Budget
milfoil.
committee's in there twice. Oh, isn't that funny?
You voted for us.
I said budget committee's in there twice.
Yeah.
It's not budget committee, that should be the
That should be-
conservation.
Conservation
46.
Commission, I was gonna say, when
That's
would we
why
have
it's
ever been
5-0.
as a budget
6:20.
committee?
But when
Like, no one
you
showed up that
quorum.
night. But we still had a quorum, so we
Okay.
managed to
And
make
nobody
it happen.
caught that.
I will move Article 20.
Judy is moving
Okay,
the milfoil for
Judy.
46, 620. We've got to appropriate the whole money,
Right,
even though we're not spending all the money
Right.
nothing's
in
being
terms of
raised
our
by
being the
taxes.
source. Do I hear a second from somebody? Rich? All right, going down the list. If everybody's ready to vote. Jen,
I'm a yes. To come from the unassigned fund.
Judy.
Sounds like a question.
Yes.
And
Rich.
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Kate,
Yes.
Stacy.
Yes.
All right, I think that's the last one, then, huh?
That's it.
It is.
So Jen, the unassigned fund balance is the amount of money that was left from last year.
I
That
see.
was in the fund already.
How
All
much
right.
does the
It keeps
conservation?
rolling over.
Yeah, how much does the conservation fund have left? Do you know, do they have quite a
The
bit still?
Conservation Commission has a lot.
They do?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, they,
We
any
do
hours.
have-
Sometimes when I thought it was like almost depleted.
Excuse me, people.
I don't know why I thought that.
Well, it's not separate. I'll explain it
Okay.
after because Dick's in a hurry.
All right, before we can sign them, we do have two other votes to take. We have the MS 27,
It's just what the deal
which is the
is. Municipal services.
and we have voted on all the items in it. It's just the way it's being presented.
Yep.
And we voted no on a couple of the items. Now, they're gonna have to revise it from the form that was given us,
Right.
because I think there's a column in there that's for the budget committee's recommendations.
Yeah, there is, and when you come in to sign it, you can, certainly look
So-
at it and see, but
Do I hear a motion to approve the MS 27, the Lyme School District budget, with the form amended to reflect tonight's votes?
I'll move that.
And I'll second it.
So Judy moves,
No, Jen moved.
Jen
Moved.
and Judy seconds.
Sort of formality.
As
Now, this is subject to being amended to reflect tonight's votes,
right.
not the form we see here. So therefore, Jen,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rich,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Kate.
Okay, yes.
Yes? Do I hear a yes for
Yes,
that?
yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
All right, the next one we have is the town equivalent, which is the MS 2 something or other, 737.
7, yeah.
I checked on that on Tuesday, Dina was there, we all looked at it, I will move it.
I'll second.
We have Stacy second. Any questions about the MS 737? I think we approved all the warrant articles in it, didn't we?
Yep.
Yes.
So therefore,
And the
this
operating
reflects
budget,
all
yeah.
yes budget.
Mhm, mhm.
So, Jen,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Rich,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Kate,
Yes.
Stacy.
Yes.
I think that completes our formal work for this year's budget.
Yes, it does.
I would personally like to thank everybody. I think it was very productive, and certainly the select board felt the questions, the answers, the conversations were very, very helpful, and appreciate it. And so thank you all.
And this is Judy's last budget meeting.
We will meet again
No, this is
in
Judy's.
September with some changes in membership.
Judy won't be here.
Does anyone
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
you're not running again.
who's
just-
running for
You-
select
you-
board?
You now have more years as a selectman than I did.
Yeah.
And there was one of the Baileys back in the 1800s that beat both of us.
Yeah, I'll bet.
I know I sound excited. I like Mike.
Yeah.
So you
I don't
put me
know.
down
I
to
don't know
third.
anything about
Candidate.
like
Oh, well,
budgetary
we'll see.
acumen though.
I think we'll do different things, but I think we have two good candidates.
It's good to have.
Do we have somebody running for all the polls on the budget committee or not?
Oh, more than enough.
Oh, we've
Seriously?
got
We got
one.
a race.
We don't-
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We must
So
be popular.
Yeah, there's,
This must be the place to be.
I can't even think.
Must be my great leadership.
Well, Vince signed up again, Bill signed up again. Mr. Killam there, Josh Killam's son, what's his name?
Oh, yeah, the young Killam.
Yeah. Ethan Killam.
Basketball playing Ethan.
Yes, a basketball and bear, Ethan, he takes care of all Ben's bears. And there's somebody else,
Hebe,
Hebe Clinton.
and I thought Art Copel.
And there might even be one more, because I think there was five. Who?
I don't know him, but Art Copeland was the name that somebody told me.
Oh, I've never heard of that name. I don't know, I didn't go
I
in.
heard that from Mark Schiffman, so I don't know who that is.
I thought he was the guy that signed up for trustee of the trust fund,
Maybe that's what it was.
because he works for Tuck,
A
and he's a
professor
finance
works for
guy.
Tuck.
I was so excited, I was in the office then when he came in, I was
The
like,
finance guy.
Wait a minute,
Yes.
but that's not Art Copeland.
then that's not him, then it's another guy.
Huh.
I don't know, I can ask him.
I have a point of order. Seeing all the places for signatures on this, it reminds me that there's some sort of scramble that we members have to sign
That is
this.
correct. I was gonna let Dina will send an email out. In the previous years, when they have been proofread and ready for signature, she puts them in that sort of lobby on a
Right,
desk where we can come in and sign it.
now
Even
that,
after hours.
now that the DRA changed the way we can do them, we used to be able to print that page without draft on it, prior to them being
Yeah, we used to sign it at the
okay by you guys,
Right.
now they won't let us.
Okay.
So, Janet will make her changes, I'll make the changes, we'll finalize everything, and then probably right over the weekend, so by Friday afternoon.
And yes, that front door is
It'll be
always
ready.
unlocked.
Right, yeah, so you can come in at night.
And
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
what?
but it's that little lobby area.
By
Yeah.
Monday.
Uh,
If I put it out there, I'll put a table out, with some pens, and you can come in and sign at any time.
I'm
All right.
out of town all weekend and won't be back till Tuesday, is that a problem?
I won't be back.
The rule
until
requires a majority of the budget committee to sign it,
Happens to me before. And
not
it's my
100%.
Okay.
I think we should.
Friday at 2 p.m.
As I recall from past rules.
I mean, I'm happy.
Sure you don't want it.
And
But the coach leaves at 6:15 AM, if we can get it ready before then.
So what time, when are you leaving?
Friday morning is the 6:15 coach. I have to be in Lebanon at
all right,
I'm not in tomorrow, so I probably won't have mine done.
all right. I will make one comment about signing it, because there's always at least one of us. And I notice I say of us. It doesn't sign it all the way to the right, but signs over our printed name. You do not sign on top of your printed name. You sign over on the blank space.
Where it says signature.
And that was just my military, you always signed over your printed name.
Ah,
Really?
Well, I'll send
Yes.
an
So
email out
strange.
the minute they're out there and ready.
But anyway,
Can I ask when is town meeting, cause I wanna put it on my.
Which
calendar.
one?
Well, well, we have Little Town and then both of them. I wanna go to
Little
both.
town meeting is, I believe, the first
March
Tuesday,
3rd.
Monday
So
or
that's the
Tuesday.
third.
March
The
3rd,
third.
Okay,
at 6.
And
perfect.
then the school district meeting is that Thursday at 6.
Yep,
And then the next
Tuesday.
is the voting, all
The
day
ballot.
voting. And then that following Saturday at 9 AM is the business meeting for
The
town.
14th.
All right, if you want the
Okay.
dates,
I just
The
gave them to
14th.
the
her.
Got it.
5th
Jesus. I got
is the
it.
school district
9
meeting.
a.m. on a Saturday?
Yes,
Yeah.
and we'll have babysitters.
The 7th is,
Wow,
I have the
well, she
7th
might
as the
do it.
business
She usually
meeting, on
comes
the
and sits
14th.
with me. She's gotten her paper,
No.
her
Okay.
photo in the paper a
It's
couple
the
times.
14th.
All right, I'll have to change it.
We can't have it before the
Ballots.
actual.
All right, the 10th is the ballot issues and the 14th is the
Yeah.
business
Right.
meeting.
Okay.
And there's the little town meeting on the Monday before school district meeting.
That was
I think it's Tuesday this year.
Yeah, is it Tuesday this year?
Yeah.
All right, somebody will be putting out some
Yes.
sort of a listserv
There will be a
schedule.
list.
There already has been a listserv,
Yep,
and there'll be multiple more.
Many more.
And then ballot this year
Get
is
carded
the
now.
election of officers and the petition zoning amendment. Is there more
And there's
on the
another
ballot?
zoning amendment in there.
Oh, about propane, something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
The
I heard
propane
about
tank.
and
that.
then the other warrant articles.
The petition, oh, well, just the petition one. The Dowd's Inn? Well,
No,
those are for town meeting though, not ballot voting on Tuesday.
No, yes, they are. They're ballot voting on Tuesday. They get discussed at Little Town Meeting, questions can be answered,
Right,
and they get voted on.
but not the operating budget.
No,
Right, just the
only-
zoning.
Only the officers and the
Yeah.
two zoning.
Right.
that's all that votes on the Tuesday and
Right.
ballot, official ballot.
So we can get all of that debate done at
Right.
Little Town Meeting, because there's gonna be a lot, I imagine, or some, on the petition zoning amendment. I'm just
You never
guessing.
know.
For all I know, like the propane could be way more controversial. I just don't know.
There'd probably be
Never
more
know.
discussion at the school district because of the no votes out of this committee.
Yeah, maybe I
That may
always,
lead to some discussion at the
I
school
always have a lot
district
to
meeting.
say at school district meeting, I always regret it.
Little bit,
little
You
bit.
think?
little bit of
And
discussion. There may be some
All right.
questions.
I would like to thank everybody for their participation and for putting up with me for another year. I hope I didn't stomp on some people's talking out of turn too often, but I tried to keep only one person talking at a time. I was not always successful.
You've done real good.
So we will, as passed, we will meet probably the second or third Wednesday in September. I'm not sure when Labor Day is, but it won't be right after Labor Day. Won't be Labor Day week, but it will be a little later. And that's when we'll look at the schedule for the coming year. And if we have any projects that we want done, that's the time to pass it on to both the school and the selectmen, that we would like a little more analysis of the cost of fire trucks, and things like that. Is it-
Wednesday is as late as it can be, actually, this year.
Yeah. Do we have any other comments that people would like to make? I will accept a motion to adjourn.
So,
Rich.
All right,
Second?
For the
and
last
I
time.
am surprised we got
Yeah, the
out this
last
early
time.
tonight. I thought it was
Yes,
gonna
thank you.
take longer.
Good job.
So thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Wonderful.
Bye, Jordan. Bye, Jordan, thank you.
Did anybody I was gonna come and then I like.
Wonder what I sat on.
So what are you doing? You're totally retiring, Judy?
Yes,
No town officer.
right.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
As I say, she's number 2 in terms of years as a selectman.
Yeah.
She bumped me down to number 3.
Yeah.
Number one, on and off for many years. What's number one?
I don't know, I was doing.
Hey, one of the Baileys back in the 1840s.
Is it true that Jim?
I think it's the Bailey of Bailey
Jim Cook has been on
Elroy.
the planning board for 40 years?
Oh, my goodness.
I don't think he's running this job.
I know.
As an idiot, I really push
I know,
the
right,
against another big town.
I've done that. Good to see you again.
So I can have two good people to run.
Oh, okay.
I think with my budget committee tenure, I may catch up with you. It's still not for years.
That's when I can do, I can't do budget, and I can't do library.
We just can't do anything. And it's like,